Most people make New Year's resolutions that are meant to last a year, and the average one lasts 1 month. That's 31 days out of 365. If this sounds at all familiar, I have some good news. It's not your fault. Let me explain. Less than 1 out of 10 people are able to keep their January goals for the entire year. Reason being, the 9% of people who do stick to their goals don't have an ungodly amount of discipline. They simply know how to set the right goals. We've done the research and we're about to tell you their secrets backed by science. I'm Madison, I'm an ACE certified fitness instructor and certified holistic nutrition coach, and I make videos on science-backed fitness advice to keep you feeling young. There are 4 major steps to creating goals that'll stick according to science, and I've mapped them all out for you. I've even created a free goal setting cheat sheet for you to download, so make sure to stick to the end to find out how to access that. Step 1 is intrinsic motivation, or as I like to call it, finding your why. Before setting your goals, we need to know the reason behind why you're setting the goals that you're setting. Getting in shape is one of the most popular New Year's resolutions, and it's also one of the worst. It's an empty goal and has no foundation, which means when something else comes along the way, it's easy to throw your goal aside and forget about it. People don't stick to their goals because it's not high enough on their priority list, meaning it's something they want, not something they need. Having this why in mind will transform that want to a need and push it up higher on your priority list. Ask yourself what life would look like if you didn't achieve your goal. Are you afraid of not being healthy enough to play with your grandchildren when you're older? Or maybe you're just really afraid of being alone for the rest of your life and you know that getting healthy will increase your chances of finding a partner. And what if you did achieve your goal? Would you have more energy, maybe more confidence, maybe even more friends? Everyone's why is different, but everyone has one. And once you have yours, write it down. This step's important. Step number 2 is the what. What are the daily and weekly activities that if you did them repeatedly, it would be unreasonable for you not to reach your goal? And the best way to pick an activity here is to find something that you think you'll enjoy. If you don't like going to the gym, don't make a goal of going to the gym, or else you're gonna hate your life and be setting yourself up for failure. Now you probably think I'm joking because this is a fitness channel, and believe it or not, I do like going to the gym, but what I don't like is running. So for me to hit my fitness goals, I'm not gonna make it a goal to run every day. And instead, I'm gonna make it a goal to do something I enjoy, like jump roping. Both things will help me reach my fitness goals, but jump roping is gonna be a whole lot easier because I actually enjoy it. So don't make your goals harder for yourself than you need to. If you look forward to the exercise you'll be doing, it won't feel like a chore, and there'll be a lot less barrier to entry, meaning you'll actually stick to your goal. For me, I thoroughly enjoy jump roping, and that would be my goal. I want to get better at it. Step 3 is the how. How are we going to be setting goals to make sure that they actually stick? A goal to exercise more may sound fine, but it's not specific enough to last a year. With this goal, there's no quantifiable way of knowing if you're on track and if you succeeded or failed. The 9% of accomplishers use a trick to set their goals whether they know it or not. And the trick is called SMART. It's an acronym for specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time-bound. Specific. Your end goal should be crystal clear. Is it to lose inches around your waist? Is it to lose pounds on the scale? Is it to become stronger? Is it to build your stamina? Something that I think is a little bit more specific than losing pounds on the scale is to lose a percentage of body fat. Measurable. How will you know when you've reached your goal? If your goal is to become stronger, maybe it's to be able to do a pull-up without any assistance. Or if it's to lose body fat, it's probably a certain percentage of body fat lost. Attainable. Make sure your goal is realistic to achieve. If you currently can't do a single pull-up, it's probably unrealistic that you'll be able to do 10 by the end of the year. An unattainable goal will come across as daunting and will have the opposite effect of motivating you over time. Make sure your end goal is attainable, so 8% of body fat for me is probably too much, so I lowered it to 3%. And then also think about how you can get there in a realistic way that you would be able to do that. So jump roping 3 times a week is super realistic for me. Relevant. Make sure your goal is relevant and applicable to you and your lifestyle right now. For me, I know that there are some weeks that get extremely busy in my life and I may not be able to jump rope 3 times that week. So instead, I added or walk. During those busy weeks, I could go for a walk and have a Zoom call during my walk and I would be just fine. being productive, and still achieving my goal. Think of your busiest week and what you would realistically be able to accomplish in that week, and include that in your goal. And lastly, time bound. This is easy if you're setting a New Year's resolution, then you can just add by December 31st. But if you are making any shorter or longer term goals, make sure to include that. And finally, step 4 is make it easy. This is all about decreasing resistance to make your goals as easy as possible to achieve. There's this thing called an instigation habit that will basically trick your brain into doing your goals without even thinking. It works by repeating a certain thing so many times in combination with your goal action that it causes a trigger in your brain to go off that gets you to start doing your goal action automatically. Pretty cool, right? One of the easiest ways to do this was proven by a study from Iowa State University, and it's all about creating a routine. Let's say you make it a goal to work out every Tuesday morning after you wake up and have your morning coffee. On Monday nights, you lay out your workout clothes and set your alarm clock 1 hour earlier, and also set your coffee to brew in the morning. Then when you wake up Tuesday morning an hour earlier with your clothes already laid out to the smell of coffee, all of that together is going to cue you to work out and make this habit formation a lot easier to repeat. This example is doing 3 beautiful things in habit formation. It's 1, making your trip to the gym as seamless as possible by removing any resistance. You already have your clothes laid out in front of you. You already woke up with enough time to get ready to go to the gym, which means that it's going to be a lot harder for you to find excuses not to go. And 2, you're pairing something that you already do, drink coffee, with something new, working out, to help this habit form seamlessly. And 3, by repeating this routine every single Monday night, you're creating this habit that will become easier and easier to stick to the more that you do it. I know I just threw a ton of information at you, and if you're feeling a little bit overwhelmed, I created a cheat sheet for you to use to help simplify all the information that I told you, and you can personalize it to your specific goals. It's 100% free, and it's linked in the description down below. All you have to do is send me your email, and I will send it directly to your email. If you are serious about making goals that stick and will last to the end of this year, this is a no-brainer. It's simply to help you reach your goals. If any of your goals have to do with working out more, we have a list of science-backed morning habits that make your workouts more effective, and probably something you want to consider adding to your New Year's resolutions. Check out that video here.